Today, we began with a very, very special note. Rests. Setbacks are not obstacles. I would rather say that on our path of transformation or on our path of growth, they are like milestones because they give us feedback of what we shouldn't have done. And and it's very rightly said that they are like redirectors. And I'm sure every one of us, each one of us who is present in this session, has faced setbacks at some time in their lives. And still, we are here, smiling, moving forward, taking action. And but yes, there are people who crumble when life throws them a curveball, while others somehow find a way to catch it and throw it right back. So, if we want to know what's their secret, so I'm going to share something powerful with you today. A setback is simply a slingshot pulling you back so you can launch further ahead. So, let's talk about reframing. It isn't about wearing that rose colored glasses and pretending everything is wonderful when it's not. It's about consciously choosing a new lens to look at our problems. Many times we felt or we feel when we have a setback, oh, it's only me. I'm the only person getting setbacks, which is actually not true. Think about this. When you take a photo, what happens when you change the frame? The picture itself doesn't change, but how you see it does. The same applies to life's challenges. So let me ask you something. Have you ever prepared a special dish that didn't turn out as expected? Maybe the dal was too salty or the roti was too hard. And what did you do? Throw it away and order takeout? Or did you find a creative way to fix it? Add more water to the dal or turn the hard roti into a crispy papad like snack. That's reframing in action. You didn't see a cooking disaster, but you saw an opportunity to innovate. And I would say for most Indian women, juggling multiple roles is second nature. They are daughters, sisters, wives, mothers, professionals, and so much more. And sometimes we feel like, you know, you're failing at all of them. Let me tell you about Meera, a friend of mine, a 35-year-old teacher from Pune. After dedicating years to her career, she was passed over for promotion in favor of a less experienced colleague. She was, my God, devastated. But instead of giving up, she asked herself, what can I learn from this? And she realized her technical knowledge was excellent, but she needed to develop her leadership skills. So she joined a public speaking club, volunteered to lead community projects, and within a year, not only was she promoted, but also invited to speak at educational conferences around the country. So her setback became a catalyst for growth, and she didn't know. that she needed it. So I would say actually failures are actually equal to feedback. We have shared a number of stories in the past sessions about world's greatest success stories began with failures. Like we talked about Thomas Edison, that he failed 1000 times before creating a working light bulb. And his famous quote after that, I didn't fail, I just found 1000 ways that don't work. And closer to home, think of Kiran Majumdar's show. When she started Biocon in her garage at 25, no one believed a young woman could build a biotech company. Banks wouldn't loan her money, and she struggled to hire male employees who didn't want to work for a female boss. But today, she runs a $1 billion company that's revolutionizing healthcare. Or consider our neighborhood stories. There's a 42-year-old homemaker. She lost her husband unexpectedly and was left with two children to support and no work experience. But instead of seeing herself as a victim, she turned her passion for cooking into a small catering business. Started with just feeding a few neighbors. She now runs a successful tiffin service that employs five other women from her community. And believe me, there's no right age for the transformation. Check out the success story of the popular brand Lijjat Papad. That was a brand started by a group of women, or I would say group of homemakers who thought they have nothing else to do. And see, today that's more than a 500 crore company. So I invite you to try something with me. So I would request you to close your eyes, to comfortable, and think about a setback you have experienced recently. It could be a personal one or a professional one. It doesn't matter. Maybe a relationship that ended or a job opportunity that fell through, or even it might be some goal you didn't achieve. Just think about a setback, or maybe somebody in your family didn't give you the right attention you wanted. It can be anything, any setback. And now, instead of focusing on what you lost, ask yourself, what did this setback give me? What have I learned about myself? What strengths did I discover I had? Or even what doors might now open that were previously closed? Ask yourself, ponder inside, think about it. And now I want you to practice saying this phrase. Say it aloud. This is happening for me, not to me. Say it again. This is happening for me, not to me. And feel the difference. This simple shift changes everything. Please, you can open your eyes now. So, if anybody felt anything and want to share, you can definitely raise your hand. But this is an exercise that definitely you can do whenever you feel a setback. As Indian women, resilience is in their DNA. Think of our grandmothers, great grandmothers who navigated through changing times, through independence, through societal shifts. Even when my Nani's family lost everything during partition, she arrived in a new city with nothing but the clothes on her back. So instead of dwelling on what was lost, she focused on building anew. She taught herself to sew and started making clothes for neighbors. And that small act of resilience not only fed her family, but eventually grew into a boutique that still stands today, run by my cousin. So let's look at some everyday situations where we can practice reframing. So, when your child brings home poor grades, so instead of, why aren't you studying harder? Try saying, what part of the subject is challenging for you? Let's figure it out together. Or when your mother in law criticizes your cooking, instead of taking it personally, see it as an opportunity to learn family recipes that mean something to her. And when you are overlooked for that work project, instead of assuming you're not valued, ask what skills you need to develop for future opportunities. And when you realize at 40 that you never pursued your passion for dancing, instead of saying it's too late, ask what small step can I take today to bring this joy into my life? And remember, a diamond is just a piece of coal that handled stress extraordinarily well. So, like that coal, we too face pressure, heat, and time. But how we respond determines whether we crumble or shine. So, the next time life's knock you down, I invite you to pause before reacting. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, how is this pulling me back so I can launch forward? What opportunity is disguised within this challenge? So I want to leave you with this thought. The most beautiful gardens grow where there has been the most darkness. Your setbacks, a fertile soil for your greatest growth. And my call to action for you today is very simple. This week, when something doesn't go as planned, and trust me, something definitely won't go, catch yourself before falling into old patterns. Instead, say out loud, this is happening for me. What's the gift here? See, the universe is always trying to teach us something. When it gives a setback in our life, our first question to ourselves is, what the universe is trying to teach me? And believe me, once you are able to figure out the answer to that question, that problem will vanish like it never happened. So, even you can try resharing your reframing with someone else. By voicing it, you can make it real. And by sharing it, you inspire others. So, together, Let's transform our setbacks into setups for remarkable comebacks. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.